in Europe. Good afternoon, I think, like almost night in United States. Hello, hello. Sound is good, thank you. So you see me, you listen me. Perfect. Okay, guys. Okay, so they let me see if Hugo is already here. Yes, he's entering on the computer. I saw his message now. So Hugo is already with us as well. Why my name is Joey? My name is Joey. Nice. Let me change my name. Joey. Ivan. You can call me like this, guys, if you want. If you are part of the family, you can call me the way I will put my money, okay? Joking, joking. But you can do it. You can do it if you want. Give me just 2 minutes. Okay, Hugo, we give you. Hi, Victor. Hi, Sulo. Zubair. Titi Lola. Hello, from Ghana. Nice. Eduardo Costa, always in the party. Hello, everyone. Rachel. Susie from Oregon. Nice. Look Shao already. Look Shao. Look Shao. I'm looking Shao. Let's see Shao. What happened with Shao? Oh, sorry. Put here by mistake. So yeah, Shao. Let Shao go. We are at the market open. So we have a gap here already. So yeah, we can have a sell here. He's breaking this structure. If he breaks these wicks, we can have a sell. But he needs to break this candle's wick, so he needs to break here. If he don't, he will just retest and continue. And perhaps close the gap. Let's see. But I'm not entering on gold right now because we will do more an educational class today, okay? Just for you to understand our strategy. I will talk not with the same energy as other classes because here my time is 11:18, so I have my kids already sleeping. So I will not talk so louder as the other calls that we do music, we play a bit, okay? So today we are doing more of an educational system and class for you. You told I'm selling 33. Yes, it was a good sell. Perfect. It was a good sell. This candle here broke the structure. Here, the candle broke, last candle weak, so a good sell. Perfect. This is our pattern, as I told you in the last live session. So we have structure, correct? So let's mark it up here. We had this structure here. Okay, so this candle here breaks the structure and also breaks last candle weak. So our entry point 33.31, stop loss at the top of the candle if you want. And then, yes, we can catch all these move. Perfect. Or even if you catch like 100 pips, was already okay, was already top. Now with the gap, I will not let it run because at the market end, the gap was at the favor of our trade, but before the market goes out, I will close the trade here. So from our entry point to here will be like 50 pips. So was a good trade as well. Let me see in the 1 hour time frame. Yes, so 1 hour we have a different pattern. We don't have two structures, we have just the top, and we have this one here that the candle week left. Okay, so what happened? The market came all the way up, rejected here, a bearish candle is formed. So if the next candle opens red, correct, and follows the last candle wick, we can do a sell as well. So a sell will be great here. Stop loss at the end of the candle and boom, take profit. Correct? We will be in profit right now. So yeah, we will talk about this today, about structures, how we see the market, how we need to have clear sight of our structures and for our risk management as well. I'm seeing also a possibility in Bitcoin, okay? So Bitcoin didn't reach our 109 target. Is creating a structure at the 1 hour time frame. I will put the structure like here, okay? And the top will be like here. So we have structure now. So now what we need to see that I'm thinking he can do this right now is this 1 hour candle breaks the structure and breaks last candle's wick. So if we see a bearish candle breaking the structure and breaking last candle's wick, we can do a sell here. Stop loss, if you use it at the end of the candle, and the take profit, the first will be just right here at the support, correct? The second will be at the second support. And if he continues to go down, we have our clear path here because we have a lot of imbalance here. So we have a possibility on the market to go search all this side here. So I'm seeing a possibility on a sell for BTC here. Okay. But we need to see a candle confirmation here. We need to see at 1 hour time frame. We need to see the market breaking the structure. So let's mark it up like this, okay? So now we need structure here. So now we need structure here, okay? And we need a candle to break this level. For example, if you want to take this trade, let's imagine you go sleep, okay? But you want to take the risk on this trade. What you can do? So because you already know you need to have a candle that breaks this structure and breaks this candle's wick, okay? I will not take this wick. I will just take these, and these because they are showing us the support, correct? They are showing the liquidity. So let's take it like you will take the trade just like this, okay? Structure again. Always at the bottom and the top of the candles, not the wicks, at the bodies, okay? At the bodies, not the wicks. So now, if a candle breaks the structure and breaks at least this zone, so this is like 106, 800, correct? So you can put a sell stop, pending order, sell stop, okay? At Trade Locker is a pending order at 100.06.800, 100.06.800, okay? This is the entry point. The stop loss, now you don't have the candle, so you cannot see the candle. So you have to, if you put a pending order, you will put all the bearish candle that came right here. So you can put, like, for example, your stop loss here if you want, okay? Up here, 100, so like 1,900 pips stop loss, okay? If you want to use it. And of course, you can choose the TPs by the support zone. So TP1 right here, TP2 right here, okay? TP3 down here, down below, and the TP4 at the imbalance volume, so like here, okay? Or this could be the trade that go to 92, we don't know, correct? But of course, when the market reaches TP1, you will put your stop loss at your entry point, correct? You will protect your trade. And also close partial. So let's see if we have a candle that breaks when we are at the live session. If we don't have, I will call this trade at the topic if I see a possibility on breaking, okay? Because also we can have a buy opportunity, okay? So we have structure. The market is in an uptrend. So we can have a buy opportunity if we see, correct? if we see a bullish candle, this candle here, a bullish candle doing just this, breaking the structure and breaking last candle's wicks. So if we see a bullish candle breaking the structure and breaking this zone, we can also do a buy. And the stop loss will be the opposite. So the stop loss will be at the end of the structure. If you want to put a buy stop order, correct? The entry point will be 108 and the TPs will be at the next stops, correct? So between 109 and 111, that will be the top, or even here, 1010. So these three zones could be the take profit for the continuation of the movement. So we have an uptrend, structure, continuation on the movement, or the market will make a rejection, will do bearish, and can continue. Because if we see the macro, as I told you, we have here, so we have a bullish trend here, but at the macro, correct? At the macro, we broke the trend line a bit, but now the market is showing power to move again inside the trend line. So if the market comes again inside the trend line, we can have the price going all the way down again and searching for bottoms, okay? So we need to be careful here. There are two possibilities. So you just mark your structure. You just mark your structure and you wait for candle confirmation. Bigger the time frame, bigger the confirmation. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, our structure is still here. If we see a 4-hour candle breaking above or breaking below, it's a more powerful confirmation. So bigger the time frame, bigger the confirmation. So if you have now, for example, this 4-hour candle breaking, it's a bigger confirmation that in 1 hour or 30 minutes, okay? This applies for sell and for buy as well, okay? So now we need to wait. We have the structure. We have two trade possibilities here, okay? We need to see how volume will play and how volume will break the structure. Should we cancel the order pending at BTC trade? At least not for now. Why? Because if we have a buy candle here and we can do a buy here, correct? A buy at this zone, our sell limit order will be like here. So for example, we can catch the profit on the buy trade, then close this trade in profit and open our sell limit. If we continue to see the market going up, we can let run this trade. This trade will open and the market can, for example, reach here and came down and we profit on this trade and then we will be in profit for our sell and for our path. So I think the trades are still valid. We are on a different region. So the sell limit is a trade that I want to see the market reach at this point, catching this liquidity that you see here, a lot of red, this line in red, this is showing a lot of liquidity and market loves to catch liquidity. So for example, if someone is trying to catch a sell here and wants to use a big stop loss, they will put the stop loss here or here. So even if they have a confirmation on a sell, but the market wants to manipulate, he will catch the stop losses. So what I think is at this structure, the market can really break to catch liquidity. And then the market came down. But if the market respects the structure and breaks down, perhaps he will let the liquidity be, at least for now. And he will catch the liquidity when he comes on the bull run, correct? So of course there is possibility. So that's the reason why always mark your structures, okay? So for example, here we had structure. The market broke up, correct? So this candle opens green, passes the structure and passes the candle's wick. So your entry point and you catch the move, correct? Always the same. Here, structure, correct? This is an example of two possibility trades. Structure. The market broke in high, broke the structure, broke last candle week. You open a buy. You catch this move here in profit. Then you put stop loss at break even. The market catch your break even, goes inside the structure, breaks the below, and breaks last candles week. You do a sell, you catch all these moves. So you profit on a buy and you profit on a sell. Just is really important to have your structure clear. Okay? And open orders only when market breaks structure. Okay? So I'm doing just a quick briefing. Of course, this is not the basics. This is just what I always see the market. You need to apply these three things. You need to write it down, okay? You need to put a phrase like this. I will only do trades. I will only do trade, or I will only open trades when I see three things, okay? And you write it down. When I see the trend, the macro trend. So for example, here, the macro trend, at least for now, is on a downtrend, correct? Because we have lower highs and also lower lows. We have some ones that was high, but at the macro, it's more lower highs and lower lows, correct? Then this is not like an uptrend. We cannot just write it and see an uptrend. We are creating now at least a small uptrend here, but the market needs to break at least this level and come up here so he gets out of the trend, correct? So we are on a downtrend. So to catch more opportunities, we will search for sells because we always try to catch the wave and not go against. But is it possible to do money against the wave? It is. But you need to do the second point. So first point, always see the trend. Second point, always mark structure. What is structure? Is top and bottom of candles that are in the same region. So, for example, here, candles are at the same region, correct? These candles, same region. So, we go to the body of the candles, correct? You can put this on 1 hour time frame to see it better, correct? Candles are on the same region. So what we do? We mark the top, the higher candle is this one, the body, not the wick, the body is this one, and we mark the bottom, the lower is these ones. So now we have our structure. So to have structure, we need to see the market marking a top and marking a bottom. And now we wait. Now we have the two first things. We have the macro trend. So what is the macro trend? Is a downtrend. We have our structure, point number 2. So now to enter, I'm more willing to search for sells than for buys. But I need volume. So the third thing, I need volume. What is volume? Is money, is liquidity. What are the moments, or what is the moments that the market have liquidity? At sessions. So Asia session opens in 1 hour and a half. Okay? We have London session opens in 9 hours. We have New York session opens in 15 hours. Okay? So these 3 sessions, we will have volume. So at least for the market to try to break this structure, I think we need to wait for Asia session open so we can see volume. This is the third point. Okay? And you will write the fourth point. The fourth point, so you have the trend, you have the structure, you see what session will happen next. So you can have volume, okay? So the session that will happen next is Asia. So I will wait for Asia to have volume. And then I need to see the 4 point. I need to see the volume breaking a structure. Okay? So what is structure? Is the top, correct? Is the top and the bottom of the structure, break of structure, correct? So if I'm searching for sells, as is what I told you, I need to see a bearish candle and bigger the time frame bigger the confirmation. Because I can see a 15-minute candle, for example, now, I can see a 15-minute candle breaking, but if I go to 4 hours, the candle will go and just come back. Okay? So it's really important to see bigger the time frame, bigger the confirmation. So 4 hours will be perfect. We see 4 hours. If, for example, this candle or the next one opens bearish, breaks the structure, and breaks last candle's wick, correct? So the moment I see a candle with full body breaking the structure and breaking the wicks, my entry is here. Entry point after the break of structure and last candle's wicks. And the stop loss will always be at the top of the candle that breaks the structure if you want to use. Okay? Okay? This is the principles of my strategy, the basics. Okay? So to see a buy possibility, we need to see a bullish candle breaking the structure and breaking the last candle's wicks. So a bullish candle that breaks the structure and breaks the candle's wick. So our entry point will be just right here. Stop loss at the end of the candle, take profit at the next resistance zones. Always like this. This is the basics of the structure. Of course, now with these 4 points, I have some particular things more detailed that I also search, that I also do to give more probability on my trade, okay? But tell me in the chat if you understood the four. Sounds good. I think you all understood. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you guys. So let me just asking this question. Usually, what time frame are we making structure? So that is another thing that is important, Andrew. You can do this at every time frame, at any time frame. But let me tell you, for you to have more percentage on winning trades, so for you to having a big probability on being successful on your trade, bigger the time frame, bigger the confirmation. Okay, this is a phrase that you have to have by your side always. So for example, if this pattern was in 1 minute time frame and we see a bearish candle and we do a sell, let me tell you what can happen. Because it's 1 minute time frame, the market can break the structure and break the wicks. Do, for example, 10 pips and come all the way up. Because it's 1 minute. It's quick. That's the reason why I don't do scalping. Okay? Or at least I avoid to do it. Okay? At least I avoid to do it. So, my bigger confirmations on trades, for example, the Bitcoin trade that I sent you last week, that was a 5% profit trade if you let it run till the end, or at least at the point that we closed was a 3% profit trade. That trade was a daily confirmation, daily. So I marked structure on the daily and I saw a daily candle, a daily, okay? A daily breaking the structure and breaking last candle week. For example, here at the daily time frame, even if the daily candle goes bearish, I don't have any confirmation because the daily time frame didn't make structure. You see, the daily time frame just reached the structure and is rejecting. So for me to have a daily confirmation that the market will drop, what I need another pattern. So I have the top here at the daily, at least is here right now. Let's imagine this candle already closed. So if this candle closes like this, what I need to see is a second candle opens bearish and breaks last candle weak. So here I will take my sell. It's another pattern. Okay? This is a reversal fluidity pattern. Okay? For example, if this happen, this will be a really big confirmation that the market will drop. Why? Because we have a reversal confirmation on the daily time frame, and in the 4-hour time frame, we had a structure broken. And in 1 hour, we have a structure broken as well. So we have 3 time frames concluding, so getting to a point when all the time frames are confirming the sell with the patterns. So if this happen, if we see a break of structure here with the bearish candle at 1 hour and 4 hours, and then at the daily, we see the reversal pattern, you can catch like 5,000 pips straight again, or 10,000 pips straight, because at Bitcoin, daily confirmations are really strong, guys. Okay? So, for example, you see here, what happened here? The thing that is happening now, correct? For example, I told you, we reach a resistance, bearish candle. If the next candle opens bearish and breaks last candle weak, we enter on a sell. We had the same pattern, exactly the same pattern. For example, here, the market came down, got to a resistance, bullish candle open. If the next candle opens bullish and passes last candle's week, we do our entry point. And then, boom, 5,000 pips. We are seeing daily. You want me to show you again? Look, here, market reached to a bottom, bullish candle open. This one was really big. I don't like when it's too big, but even that, bullish candle open. If the next candle opens green and passes last candle weak, you do a buy. So a buy from here to here will be at least 2,000 pips profit. So I'm showing you how to catch reversals. Look here, reversal, correct? The market reached to a top, bearish candle open, came all the way down. If the next candle opens bearish and breaks last candle weak, here you do a sell. Let me ask you a thing. The second candle broke the last candle weak? No, so the market didn't go down. The market went up. But then, if you be patient, what happened here? Top, bottom. So now we have structure. We have a bottom and we have a top. Now we have structure. And then a candle broke the structure and broke last candle's wick. So entry point, stop loss, and boom. Are you understanding how I do trade, guys? I'm not telling all the confirmations, but this is what I want you to start see at the market before you enter. And if you are seeing what I apply, and if I go to every moment in the market, you will see that this really works. So for example, the market reached to a bottom, next candle opens green. If the next candle breaks the wick, we go buy. The second candle was bullish? No, was bearish. So we don't enter. And the problem on people is they see a support, they see the candle goes bullish, and oh, big candle, I will buy. Then boom, 3,000 pips stop loss. So you need to see fluidity. Never open a trade just because the candle was big. No. Always like this. The market reaches to a support. The next candle opens green. If the second candle goes green and breaks last candle week, so this week here, we buy. This candle didn't do that. So now we wait for structure. And look, structure. The market goes to the top, created the bottom. The next candle broke the structure and broke last candle week. So you buy here. You buy, you put stop loss at the end. Look what you catch. Look what you catch. Boom. daily confirmations. Look at this daily confirmation from 82 to 130,000 pips trade on the daily confirmation if you let it run. And how you can let trades run? Applying the same way. So the market came here, and you go like, oh, I will go out. No, what I do, I put break even. The market didn't came. What the market made again, structure. I'm on profit. The market is creating a structure. What happened? Big candle breaks the structure, breaks last candle's wicks. So my entry point is here on a buy, my stop loss is here, and then boom again. And again, if I don't want to close the trade, again, structure, okay? Structure. So the market again is creating another structure. What happened? The market broke, came inside. Okay, I wait. What happened here? The market break the structure and create another one here. So now see, look at this candle. The market break the structure and this candle again break the structure and break this candle's wick. So I do my entry point, my stop loss at the end of the candle, boom. So if you don't catch the opportunity here, you have opportunity here, you have opportunity here, you have opportunity here. Then again, the market creates a structure. You see this candle? This candle breaks the structure and breaks last candle's wicks. So your entry point will be here, your stop loss at the end of the candle. Here, you could have made a stop loss because the market manipulated. That's the reason why I don't use it. Because if I see a candle coming here, I need to see one thing. For me to go out of my trade, if I buy here, I need to see this candle breaking the structure and breaking this candle's wick. But didn't broke, just manipulated stop losses. And then, boom again. But we got 2 days here, we got 2 days waiting at drawdown. So now, look at euro dollar, correct? What is happening here? What is happening here? Eduardo, you know how to talk in English? Explain me what is happening here at euro dollar. If you see the one of the patterns that I showed before.
Yeah, I can see. So
So tell
we
me,
have
tell me and I mark it up.
okay, so we have structure right up there. So I don't see the point. So yeah, right there. So we have structure, then we have structure right there. So we just broke it. Yeah, we broke the structure there,
We broke last candle's
the
wicks.
4 hour time frame. Yes, broke last candles week. So since yeah, in your strategy we would do a sell
A
right there.
sell,
So
stop loss at the top of the candle, take
top of the
profit
candle.
at the support. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So look
Yes.
now. Look at my TradeX Mastery. I'm already on a sell. I saw this.
Oh.
Now look what I'm losing, guys. I recovered all euro dollar losses. I told you. So don't joke on me, guys. Don't complain. I know that was not you that are here in the class, but understand what we are doing. I don't mind if I'm losing. I don't mind. Look now. Look now. Look what my week is. So my week, I'm almost 1% in profit, and I recovered all the drawdown from the euro dollar trade. Even today before the market closed, I already closed the trade at euro dollar that I sold here, and I will explain you. So now you understand. Type in the chat if you are at least starting with the basics to understand why I don't use stop loss, because I know that I will have always an opportunity to regain the trade, or at least to minimize the loss with structures. Are you understanding why you have lost so many accounts, so many challenges? Because you are always putting 0.10 with small stop loss and you don't give market space to do his job. And now I will catch all these down move and the market can come to here or even here or even here. And here I would be in profit in all TTTs that I sent, all. And instead of taking 1% stop loss, I would be taking 3% profit. But no, put stop loss. I want my money protected. Stop losing your accounts, brothers and sisters. I came here today. I received a message from a student that she knows that I'm Christian and I follow Jesus Christ in all what I do. And Jesus put me here to show you the truth. So you can be prosper. You can have prosperity. You can have abundance. Stop just going vicious. Stop with that, guys. Stop with that. Understand. Understand the market. Understand the trader. Oh no, TTT 010. Oh no, TTT 010. Oh no, TTT. Stop with that. You will lose all your accounts. I prefer to go out of this company if I need to be here lying to you. I prefer to go out. So you need to make a decision. To be with me and Hugo, you need to make a decision. I'm proving you. I told you today, guys, I will show you proof that I will lose anything with these trades if I don't use stop loss. Or at least lose what? This is what? In a 200K account, this is 0.05. If I want to close now, I'm not losing 1%. I'm losing, sorry for the word, but I'm losing shit. You understand? Because if I close all, I'm still with 1%, almost 1% profit in my account because I understand structures. I have a strategy behind what I do. I don't do trades just to be funny, just to pow 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 and nothing. But for gold, I can do with no stop. Yes, you can do in whichever pair you want. You just need to use the correct lot size. You understand? You just need to do good risk management. So look, for example, let's do an example here, correct? So the trades that I sent yesterday. So let's see it together. The first entry was here. Okay? Now we need to ask us why the trade was here. Can you see structure? Do you see a break on the structure and a break on the last candle's wick? You see it, correct? But then the market came all the way up and I stay like, no, I will let it run. Then the second candle came down here and I saw, okay, big volume. So we will continue to go down. And then the market opened and just boom, manipulation. Manipulation. By the night, no news, no anything. And the market, okay, go get go get the fool's stop loss because I don't use it. Go get it. Go get the fools. Go get the noobs. The noobs' money are there. Go get it. Go stay with the noobs' money. Not mine. Not mine. I will wait you. I will wait you and I will put my sniper on. And then when you stop, I will boom. I will boom. And then you stop it. And then you stopped. You stopped your manipulation joking. And then I put my sniper on, my scope, correct? And I saw this. This is the scope. And now the trades that I sent here and I sent here, correct? And I sent here was right here. So is these three trades, okay? When I saw this, I opened another one right here at 300, and I will explain you why. And another I open right here. So now these two trades, at least here, so these here from here is 50 pips. Here from here. Here from here is more almost 20 pips. So 70 pips total. 70 pips in profit. And these ones, this is losing 80, this is losing 20, 40, and this is losing 20. So 40, 28, 160. So the market at the TTTs, because you don't want me to change the stop loss, you had a stop loss of almost 160 pips. But now, if I want to go out, at least I can go out only with 1,010. But I will not go out. Why? Because if the market now, the fluidity, the volume is at my favor. And also we have a confirmation here, correct? And you can see that the first EMA is at the middle range. So if my trades were here and I have the sells here, if the market comes all this way down till here, I will be more in profit in these three, and these two will be losing just a small. And I can close all my trades with 50 to 100 pips profit. And I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been doing this for 6 years. And I can tell you, you will only break account if you get fear. If you come here, oh no, I'm losing. Oh, let me close. Go out. Oh no, no, I will put stop loss. If it goes here, and he goes catch your money. He wants your money. This move is I want your money. Because Hugo will explain you why we made the sell not only by structure, but the pattern that we had here. This is a PO3 confirmation, but the market manipulated with the gap in the opening and catch stop loss, went to the monthly resistance, and now I think he will retest this zone again. So we can exit in profit, okay? But you need to understand, I lost an account with an ass trade that had no stop loss. There was an immediate fall and I lost. But it depends on the lot you use it, and depends on the margin of the account. Because for example, I use 003 in NAS. I use 003 on NAS 100 for a 200k account. So for me to lose the 5% in a day or 10%, guys, the NAS, for example, if I made a buy right now, for me to lose all my account, the market need to come, I think, till here. But the market will not go like this. Okay? So you will have moments here that you can see structure and recover your trade or minimize the loss. You just need to see that the market will not go like this. But if you open one lot, oh yeah, so you only need the market to come here and the account goes out. So always depends on the risk management, on the lot that you use. Okay? Pero a veces no podemos operar manualmente, Iván. Por favor, que te dejen mover los topos en TTT. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer para que te dejen? So I will just translate for every people. So Gloria asked, but sometimes we cannot do manual trades. We want to do the TTTs because it's better, but we need them to let you move the stop loss. What we need to do, you cannot do nothing, okay? I will 100 with 100% honest, I will explain you what happened yesterday, okay? So yesterday I was with the trades and I was ready to move the stop loss on euro dollar again. So I have space to do what I made, what I showed you, correct? But then I received the message. I will not tell you who or the people that sent me, but I received the message just telling like this: Hi, Ivan, put the stop loss where you first put. Doesn't matter if you lose all the trades, put it right now. And the person that says to me, I need to follow rules. So I put it. You got stop lost. Then we had a Zoom and he explained me that a lot of leaders from people that are not going to our live sessions, the people went to the TTT, saw that I moved the stop loss, start calling the leaders, start waiting to the group channels and say, "Oh, a trader changed the stop loss. We will lose a lot of money because I entered 0.10 and I will lose 0.30." And people start they reunited like tons of people. More than 100 people went to the support of the company and wrote my name and say, "This trader is doing wrong. This trader is changing the stop loss. I will lose a lot of money." So the company, because of that, received a lot of tickets and called me. So now the people that complain at the support got stop lost and I'm making money. So you understand what happened? So I got nothing to do, nothing. Of course, they didn't explain me which clients made. Of course, they didn't explain me which leaders made. But I also understand their position because the leaders and the clients don't come to the classes. They don't see. They just want to go TTT, put 0.10, and if the trader change, oh, this trader is doing shit. They don't even know about the market. Then oh no, I will lose more money. So I was almost obligated. I don't know to to make you lose the trades because they complained. What I can do? Nothing. So because of that, we had a Zoom with our manager, with our trades manager from the company, and I got really happy because our manager told us, Ivan, I'm seeing all of your trades. I'm seeing all of your results. I went to some classes with a different name as a client, and I can tell you that you and Dugo, you are crushing it. We listened this from the corporate, and they told me, I know that you are doing an amazing job. We want you here with us because you are changing the game. You are super active at the groups. You are sending a lot of trades in any sessions. You are doing amazing live sessions. The community in general are loving you, we are having a really good feedback. So we don't want that you feel bad by this decision or what happened. We just need to take a solution so people understand. So I can also tell you that the company is also searching for a solution so I can change the stop loss. And people get to know that if they want to follow me and Hugo, they will get their stop loss widen. Okay, they will get the change fee. And what is really let's say stupid is last week I put a TP of 100 pips in 3 trades, and because I saw the market was going up, I changed the TP for 300 and 400. They got 1%, 2%, and nobody complained to the support that I changed the take profit. So yeah, doesn't make any sense, but I can understand, okay? I understand the people that made that, they just don't know about the market. They just don't come to a live session. They only think that trading is tap and approve and they go millionaires. but of course not. Okay, of course not. But at least this was good because we bring this different type of education, this different type of trading, and we are making, how can I say, we are making like a rush in the trading system of the company. But the company is loving it. So the company is already doing a lot of news. I cannot tell you because at that call we saw a lot of really good things that the company is going. They told us 12th July, get ready after 12th July. There will be a lot of news, and I saw the news and they are amazing. They are amazing. The news that will go out on the company, they are amazing. And we will also have a possibility for you to follow the trades even even if the trade is already doing for more than 2 minutes. I will not tell any more about that. But you can, for example, if I send a trade by in the morning and the trading is at drawdown, you will still be able to approve on TTT on that, the trade, because you will have better risk management. So this is awesome. And they start to do that because they saw me and Hugo's trades that we widen the stop loss. So they are changing the product to adapt to our strategy. So I'm really grateful to be at this opportunity because at least the people that needs to see that are the company, they are really changing the things so the things get better for you in the trades to make more money, to make things. So really amazing things will happen. So I'm not mad, okay? I'm talking you, I'm explaining what happened because some of you went send me a message. I think some of you talk that I will go out of the company. No, calm down. I'm here, okay? I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I just got a little bit sad because I know that you lost yesterday. Okay, by my fault, but not by my fault because that is not my strategy. If I could widen the stop loss, but now you get understandment, and now you can see. Of course, we will lose trades. We will lose some trades, of course. We will lose some trades. We will close some trades in losing, like in the beginning of the week when Trump ceasefire. We were not expecting that in less than 24 hours. So me and Hugo took the decision to assume loss. And yeah, so we will have losses, of course, but at least let's have losses that make sense, not losses that doesn't make any sense. It's just loss and nothing, right? So so yeah, guys. So prepare because the company will adapt. So that's the reason why I type in the chat for you to wait 2 to 3 more weeks because the company are adapting this to our strategy as well. So, like for example, if you want to follow a trader that uses all-time stop losses, okay, you can follow. If you want to follow our trading style, you can choose us, and you can, for example, even follow trades even the 2 minutes have passed because we are at drawdown, we widen the stop loss, and you can still follow the trade with better risk ratio. So will be amazing, guys. Okay, we will have amazing news. Hugo, sorry because you entered and I didn't let you talk, but I started explaining all the things. So talk a bit, my friend, so I can drink a little bit water. Let me just make you co-host and share your vision about that as well.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Hope you are fired up with this knowledge from Ivan. Even me, when Ivan speaks, I always hear because we've been working like together for so long, guys, and the vision that we have for the future, especially because now we have exciting news coming up. We cannot say like everything about that yet, but just stay tuned, wait for like 2 more or 3 weeks maximum, and you will see the difference that is gonna make by following our strategy. Because as you can see, both of our strategy can be like the TTTs and especially the live session, guys. Because that's what's gonna make the big difference. Because we are not here like to come send some TTTs and whatever. We are here to teach people how to trade because this is not like something that you're gonna join. And actually, this is really our vision because this is not something that you're gonna join in 1 week and then you're gonna be the best trader of the world or you're gonna start making 6 figures. No, this is gonna take time, probably. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but if you follow that plan consistent If you stick with a strategy, guys, give it 6 months to 1 year. You will see the difference. You can mark my words. That's how it works. And you will see that in a year, the people that are stick with the plan, and especially with the live sessions as well, you will see the difference in progress between that people and the people that they join. They think, oh, I'm gonna see what this is gonna do for me. You will see a big difference between those people. But one thing I can tell you, it's worth it. 100%, guys. Once you reach freedom with trading, it's worth it. But for that, you need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy in place. And I think you guys already understood a bit of our strategy, how we see the market, at least those that are stick with us. I see like a lot of people every day, the same ones on the live sessions. I'm seeing here same names every day. And that's why I'm telling you guys. I know that that person that are here every day with us, in 1 year, you will see the progress. I'm telling you. I'm 100% sure on that. Especially because we have like the full plan designed already for the next year, at least by the end of this year. We announced already some things on the group about the boot camp. We're going to do then live sessions every day. That is going to be amazing, guys. Amazing. If you stick with the plan, I'm telling you, we're going to change completely this game. That's our vision. That's our focus. Okay? If you are excited for that, put some fire in the chat. Because I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, if you stick with us in the next, yeah, it's exactly 6 months for the end of this year. So we have 6 months to go all in. 6 months. Especially, guys, because now we have the promotion of TradeX Mastery. You can have basically the account on phase 2. One 200K account, if you manage well, if you understand how the game works. Worst case scenario, if you do 1 to 2% a month, because this is not like crazy numbers. We can do that. And you already saw that. That's already a game changer. You just need to understand that the game in the long term. You starting making money in your funded account, you put to real account. You start building your account. You starting investing in other things, crypto. 6 months to a year, you change your life, guys. I'm not saying you're gonna be millionaires in 6 months. Probably that's not gonna happen if you not have a lot of money to invest. But you're gonna reach a point where you have freedom. And I think this should be like the basic goal for everyone here. Having some more freedom, traveling when you want, give some more peace to your family. Whatever the case may be, everyone have different goals in life. But I think the key word here is freedom to do whatever you want, to spend on whatever you want. Right? That's our purpose, guys. And it's already done. That's what I can say. It's already done. And you guys will understand why we are saying that with that enthusiasm. Because probably like in 2-3 months, you will understand more about that. You will understand fully why we're saying that.
Amen.
I am so inspired, I was almost giving up till you came. Guys, for real, one thing I can say, never give up. Because the only way never gonna work is if you give up. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. That's it. End of conversation. I told you already my story, guys. Took me more than 4 years. I'm saying like to see like let's say big results. That's why we always pass this vision because most people think that it's gonna turn in 1 month. I'm saying already, guys, probably it's not gonna happen. But if you do this consistent enough for long enough, you will see results, right? You are saying something, bro.
Oh, it's really that I want to pass just also the message about the boot camp, what I send in the group so people get all the infos. I passed the basics, just the basics of my strategy about the record. Yes, we will put this record on YouTube. I think it's recording, so we will put on YouTube as well. Um, if you want to share just the basics of your entries, so for all the people here, because I shared the basics from my strategy, show just the basics of yours, Hugo.
Yeah,
Then we will go point by point at the boot camp, okay, guys? Because of course we cannot teach you our strategy in
yeah,
1 hour Zoom or 2 hour Zoom. Of course, we are here 6 years testing, putting this to work. So you will also need to put this to work even when we will teaching you. So the boot camp will serve to that because we will make like a theory class. Then we will make the live session applying what we learned on the class. You see, so will be amazing the boot camp for you. So just show people the basics of what you see at the market, Hugo.
let's go, guys. I'm gonna go really quick about that, guys, just to don't take too much time because, like Ivan said, our plan is to basically do the boot camp for that. So it's gonna be like a full boot camp where you're gonna learn everything from A to Z. Our strategy is gonna be on Akashics as well. It's gonna be basically a course. But on the boot camp, you're gonna have the opportunity to be live with us. So it's gonna be the boot camp and then the Q&A because then you're learning the strategy, you're learning like every principle of the strategy. But at the same time, if you have any question on the moment, you can make questions. And we are there, we are live, you can reply instantly. So it's much better than the course itself. Then you're gonna have the course that basically is gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be recorded. So if there is something that specifically about the strategy where you want to see after on the recording, you have the ability to do it. Okay, guys, just to clarify how it's gonna work. But let's go really quick over my strategy. It has a lot of points in common with Ivan. And basically, for you guys to understand how I trade personally, I have two ways of trading. Same way as Ivan, that I entered some positions without stop loss. So let's talk about the move in euro dollar. I know that the market can have the potential to manipulate some orders. I will accumulate orders, but with the correct lot size, without stop loss. Then if I see that, of course, we cannot guess that things, and sometimes we take losses. That's why we have losses in the market, and that's completely normal. But what I do is on my premium zones, and then I will explain you what I say that is premium zones. I will enter more aggressive, but with stop loss. So let's say I will do one trade more aggressive, but with stop loss. But why I do that? Because that trade between those that I entered already is the one that has the most risk rewards. That's why I put the entry more aggressive. And why is that? Because once I reach my TP. I didn't need to even reach the TP because once I'm in profits, let's see TP1, a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, risk reward, I already recovered the losses that I have more below in the market. Let's say that I'm in a sell. If it's a buy, it's the same thing, but just the other way around, you know? So that's the two ways that I do trading. And most of the times I do that in my real account. I don't do that in the funded account. Funded accounts, the way I trade most of the times depends on, like I told you guys in the last live sessions, for those that was in, but I will explain again. Basically, what I do, I play a bit with my risk management in terms of profit in the week. Let's say that I'm in Wednesday, for example. If I'm in good profits, I will risk a percentage of the profits. All right. So let's say that I'm in 2% in profits. I will play with my profit. Or if your plan says that you reach the target of the week, whatever the case may be, 1%, 2%, so it needs to be according to your plan. On my case, it's 2%. If I reach that, if I say I'm okay, I don't trade more that account. Or I play with just the profit. Let's say I'm in 2% profit. I will play with 1%. And why is that? Because even if I lose the next trade, I will still be in profit 1%. So you don't have the necessity to risk it all. All right. So you start the week. I will talk more now in the next 2 minutes about the risk management because this is really important. Let's say you start Monday. You need to know what is your risk management plan. You need to know that. So type that. The risk management plan. What am I risking per day? You need to know that before you enter the trade, right? What's your risk per day? Let's do an example here, like to put round numbers to be more simple to understand. Doesn't matter if it's 1%. Your plan can be 0.5%, 0.25%, whatever the case may be. Then you need to just adapt. I'm just giving one example here, yeah? With my risk per day, then you need to know what I'm going to risk per trade, right? Because you can have more than one opportunity in a day, right? So what I am going to risk per trade. Let's give an example here. Your risk is going to be 1% in a day. That's the maximum you can lose in a day. You need to follow that. Trust me. This is your plan. Write it down, put in front of your computer screen, put in your phone, put as a background on your phone. I don't know, guys. Find your solution, but you need to follow the plan. Right? So let's go back. What am I going to risk per trade? Let's just give an example here that you're going to be doing 4 trades in a day, 0.25. Or you can do like, you can do like 10 trades in a day with 0.10, right? You need to adjust. If you want to enter more aggressive, let's say 0.25%, you have 4 opportunities in a day. If you want to be more conservative in terms of per trade, you can put like 0.10 and you have 10 opportunities. Okay? These two questions is the most important thing in your plan. Because before thinking about winning, you need to think about preserve your capital and your losses because they're going to happen. Whether you want or no, this is trading. This is real market. You need to be prepared for that. First than anything. Okay? When you are prepared for that, you have your planning in place. Okay? So then you are gonna play with that. What's your target per day? 1%, half percent. If you reach your target, you play with just the profit. What's your target per week? 1%, 2%. If you reach the target, don't trade anymore. 1%, 2% in a 200K account is 2K to 4K a week. Even if you can do 1% a week, it's almost 10K a month. It's $8,000 a month. If you do 1% a week, that is already life changing, guys. Then, if you know how to manage your money properly, it's already life changing. In 1 to 2 years, you change your life. Trust me. Trust me about that.
Hugo,
And this is our vision. Remember,
sorry to interrupt you. They are just asking that example that you gave, how you do it without using stop loss. So if you like close all trades when you are losing 1%, for example, or you wait any confirmation, how you will do it.
then you need to adapt with the lot size. That's why it's very important to follow that table that we left in the group. Because even without stop loss, like the strategy we're teaching, we have our stop loss in mind. It's just not on Trade Locker or MetaTrader, whatever. But we know that if the trade is not playing out in our strategy, or because of news or whatever, we're gonna stay out of the trade. All right. So in reality, we have like the stop loss, not just like on the graph. You know what I mean, guys? So, but for that, remember, you need to follow the correct lot size. You cannot over leverage on the first position that you enter on the market, because then we can have more opportunities to recover the first one, but you need to be using a correct risk management. If you want to follow, let's say the TTT, we put the stop loss. If you want to follow by percentage, you can do it 0.10 up to 0.25. Okay? Or if you do manually, you need to do the correct lot size. Because even in our accounts, with the funded accounts specifically, that's the majority of the company that use, we have that strategy in place already. We know that the majority of you guys is going to use the funded account. So our strategy is adapted for that. We're not going to go like crazy all in and risking like 10% in a day. You know what I mean? So we know how to do that correctly. So if you follow, you can rest assured that we know what we are doing. Okay, let me just see really quick the chat. If there is any questions. Yeah, exactly. This plan is a bit personal, guys, because like I said, I like my trading to be a little bit more aggressive, you know. But for that, you need to have a little bit of experience as well. And I explained that in the last live session. You need to know how is your emotions as well. How do you deal with losses? You know what I mean? If you don't deal specifically now good with losses, let's say, you get anxiety or whatever, don't over leverage too much. Risk like the minimum lot size, 0.10 per trade, you know. So for me, I don't mind losing. Sometimes I even put money on real accounts and I just go, you know. But I'm okay with that. If you are not okay with that, you need to be a little bit more conservative. I think on this side, on the plan, is a little bit more personal. So you need to find what suits you better. 0.10 per trade, 0.25. Some people do 0.5%. You know what I mean? For example, on my funded accounts, I risk around 1% per day. That is my plan. And there is some days that, for example, I take one trade. If I get stop loss, I'm done for the day. When I get TP, usually I do 2%, 2.5%, but that's my personal plan. Okay. If you are falling like TTT specifically, you need to adjust with 0.25, 0.10. That's the best you can do, guys. Okay. If my risk, I would say that always double or try to double the profit compared to your risk. This is really important. Why I'm saying that? Exactly. You should have the other way around. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to risk 1% per day, try to reach 2%. Okay? That should be your plan. Yeah, it's in a group, yes, guys. Okay? Any questions about that, guys? Exactly, risk reward. I'm gonna pass just here really quick what is actually structure. Ivan showed you in the graph. I will show you like in lines for you to understand what we are saying. Because I think for some people in the beginning is more easy to understand. But it's basically the same thing that he told you guys because I'm gonna talk about structure because that's the most important thing in the market. Forget about the side of risk management. This is how you deal with the market. Now, in terms of reading the market, it's structure. You need to see the structure. And what is structure? It's basically when you open your trading view. So let's say here, when you open the trading view, what do you see here? You see basically the market right now. Don't look like too much in the past, just now. For example, the last 2 to 3 days. Market is trending up. This is structure. Okay? This is what you need to see. And we have structure when you have like some things aligned. For example, a bearish structure, we need to have the lower low and lower highs. So the last low not breaking the other low, breaking the low. Breaks this low, we have another impulse. On the retracement, we cannot break the last high. We need to have a lower low and then breaking again the last low. And this is a bearish structure. And here you have two possibilities to enter our trades. That's why our strategy, there is two ways of doing our strategy. And probably that's why it's working so good. Our strategy combined. Why? Because I can have the possibility, like Yvonne said, once we have a break from the last low, we enter here, right? Like he showed you guys a couple of minutes ago. And then on my side of the strategy, we can enter on the retracement. And basically, what's my confirmation to enter on the retracement? I need to have an imbalance or order block. And then again, you have two possibilities to enter the market again. Because if I see the market respecting this area, even if you don't catch the best entry possible, let's say we are selling, we want to sell as higher as possible. But if the market respects this area, we can enter again on the sell here. How? If we break the last low. And then we need to have in confluence news, sessions, liquidity, fluidity, order flow. That's the confirmations. But right here, that's the structure. So we basically following the structure. If you follow the structure, that's the basics of the basics. Okay, guys. Did you understand that part? That's basically our strategy combined. Yes, we have the. It's recording, yeah? You're recording this? Yeah, it's recording, guys. We will upload that. We left the dates on the our topic. Yes, it can be on all pairs, but to be honest, the pairs that I trade personally is Euro USD, GBP USD, US 30, and Nasdaq. And also gold. But that four, it's the ones that I trade like most consistently, you know. Usually during London session, if I see the opportunity, I trade GU and Euro dollar with my PO3 system. That's basically accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I like to see that during London session, like during London session to pre-New York session. And don't worry, guys, I will explain in depth that strategy. What's the confirmations? How do you enter that strategy? This will be on the bootcamp. We just like to don't take too much time today also. You trade all sessions.
And he's out. Boom. Boom to Hugo. Come on, Hugo. Yes, do it, Eduardo. Do the question.
I think was my internet.
Yes, no problem. Do the question, Eduardo. How do you correlate structure and the EMAs as a support and the resistance? Okay, good question. Let me go to trading view. So for example, at Bitcoin, correct? That we are searching for the break, okay? And also to break last candles week. So structure. Let's imagine this candle comes, breaks the wick here. We do a sell, correct? So, for example, you see the first EMA, the EMA 20, will be like the first support, but will be the less stronger support, okay? The most strongest support that if this down move happens, if the trade continues, the most strong support that the market will face will be the 200 EMA, okay? And also, as you can see, the 200 EMA is sitting on 50% of the candle, like the imbalance that market 90% of the times comes to catch. So I'm already seeing a possibility. And also, as Hugo explained you, the imbalance zone is also a zone that the market can reverse and continue. So I as I see the EMAs, for example, I have the EMA 20, the EMA 20 here alone. So we can have some resistance, but I think will be small. And if the market have volume, the market will come, and the big resistance he will face will be this zone here. You see? Because you have the 150 EMA and you have the 200. So for example, let me check at 1 hour. So at the 4 hour here, this zone will be 105. So at 1 hour, look, you see, it's also the 200 EMA. So I think the biggest support on this down move will be here. You see, it's already marked. So, like for example, the 200 EMA serves always for me as a big support or a big resistance that the market will face. And for example, for me to be sure that the market will go 92, we need to see the price goes above the EMA in 1 hour, below the EMA, and also in 4 hours. So we see the market like here, you see, down the EMA. Okay, because if the market is not down the 200 EMA, like for example here as well, if he's not down, he is just bull running, you see. So now for the market come at least 96 or 92, if this is still possible, we need to see the price going below the 200 EMA and start to do like the same move here. Come to the EMA, faced support, correct? Then broke and make the move. So yeah, now we have the confirmation, the market breaks. But for the market to come here, I think the market will do the same as here. Come to the EMA, do this, then this, you see? So the same aspect. So like I have the confirmations, but then I can check the EMAs for the place where I need to pay attention on a reversal or if the trade will not continue to go. So I close my trade, so I go out of my trade because the 200 EMA marks the big trend. So I can tell you that the really macro on Bitcoin is a bull trend. Why? Because the 200 EMA is going up. So when we know that we are on the bear market, the bear market, when the price is all the time below the 200 EMA. So this was the bear market, you see? This was the last bear market. So as you can see also again here, bull market, the price is above the 200 EMA. Last bull market, the price was below the EMA, you see? So it's always like this. You need to see the 200 EMA serves as the trend. So for example, if the price breaks, comes down here, also breaks this structure and continues, so this can really be the beginning of the bear market. You see, because the EMA will start to be like this, you see? But also no, because for example, at the bull market we had this move. You see, this move was just a retracement. So to conceal the bull market, that's the reason why we need to see the daily. You see, for example, to conceal the bull market, we need to go daily. We need to break the 200 EMA that is sitting on 92.96, as you can see. Okay. And we also needed to broke the last low. So we needed the market to do like this to conceal the bull run. Because if you check on the daily time frame, from the beginning of the bull run, is using the 200 EMA as a support. You see? And at the bearish, at the bear market, he also used the 200 EMA as a resistance. Okay? And when he broke, he started the bull run. Okay? So the EMAs serve to me for a macro view on potential reversal. Okay? So for example, the two indicators, if you want to use, if you are more used to trading view and to trading, the only two indicators that I use is these two. Okay, you go to indicators. You can also put them. No, no, in Trade Locker you cannot put them. But in Trading View you go to indicators, and the first one is Lux Algo Smart Money. Okay, or you just type Smart Money, and is the first one. Okay, what this will do? This algo will mark you. So if I cancel this thing, look, you see. So the smart money concept, he will do, he will mark you the support zones and the liquidity zones. So now, for example, if I close him, this will be like this. If I put him on, you will see that you have big liquidity here, big liquidity. You see. And also, this is a big resistance zone, of course. Also, you have big liquidity at 96 and 92. So, as I told you, the market always love to go catch liquidity. So, before continue to break this zone, the market can really come here, catch, then start the move. You see? So, it's just like this that I use the EMAs. And also as an indicator, I put EMA 20, EMA 50, EMA 100, and EMA 200. So you go here and you put this one. What this will do, okay? So if I close, we'll take out the EMAs, you see? Oh, sorry. We'll take out the EMAs from the trading view, okay? So if I put it on, you will see the EMAs. And these EMAs serve me just to give me visibility on the trend. So if the market, for example, is respecting the 200 EMA, he will still continue to go up. When he don't respect, he can go crazy down. Also in gold, look at gold. You see, is all the time in the bull run, he is respecting the 200 EMA. You see, and in 200 EMA, he is giving big opportunities to buy. Okay, you see, again, here came down but came up, here again, here again. But now what I'm seeing is like, for example, just to give you this example, when he was in at the bull run, he got all this big move without even coming to the 200 EMA. Really strong bullish momentum. Then he came to the 200 EMA, catch all this liquidity, continue to go up. Then people think, oh, the market will never catch my stop loss here. No, no, I will not. Okay. And he will catch, he will use the 200 EMA. So, for example, if I have the market, for example, like this, and people say, oh, this is really big, this will never come down. I just use the 200 EMA to see where when the market start to go down, where will be the possibility of a retracement. So for example, when the market was down, up here, and I saw him breaking this structure, I already knew that will be a big possibility to come catch the EMA. He didn't come here, but then he came here, you see? Again, at the last move he made, this move here. The market was here. We are hoping to continue the move, but then made a retracement. So when he broke the structure, I told you 47 is lost. If you lose 47 right here, he came to the EMA. But now what I'm seeing is that the market is having difficult to stay above the EMA. So if the market, for example, now starts to go down, for example, we apply our strategy, correct? So we put here structure, okay? So this is 4 hours. This will be like a big one, like here, okay? We also have this one, but like right here. So if now the market breaks this structure and breaks last candle's wick, we have a sell confirmation, but we have also a really bearish sign. It's the price is below the EMA. So perhaps he will start to create a bear trend and conceal the bull run. But to conceal the bull run, the same as Bitcoin, we need to check the last bottom. So this is the bottom. So liquidity is here. So to really go on a bear market, we need to see gold break this low here. That also is marked by the algo that I use here. You see, if I go out, if I pick him up, okay? Also, if you are new to the market, this algo will also help you to confirm break of structures. So for example, if you didn't know how to mark structures, you can see that the algo give me a notification here that here there was a break of structure. So it helps you to confirm the entries, okay? If you don't know how to see structure, okay? The same here, for example, structure here, the market broke and it gave me a sign. It told me it is a confirmed break of structure. So it also helps to confirm my entries. Okay? So just like this. Have I answered your question, Eduardo? Sounds good. So yeah, guys, BTC is doing what we are expecting. I just prefer for this candle to also break this week. Okay? So here we can have our entry point, or at least break this week here. If he breaks this week, will be amazing. So between this zone, we can have our entry point, but we need to be careful because we have the EMA 20. So like the first take profit can really be here. Then the TP2 will be on the big support zone that we showed. So if this candle continues to go down and breaks this last candle's week, we can have a sell opportunity here, okay? As I told you at the beginning of the class. Okay? Let me check the chat. Also, when do you be in crypto? So in crypto, I always break even when at least I'm more than 500 pips in profit. Okay? Because 500 pips in Bitcoin is like 30, 40 pips in gold. Okay? Exactly, Camilo. Thank you for putting in the chat. Can we get the indicators and setups during the bootcamp? Yes, of course. Will there be TTT through all sessions? Yes. Hugo respond only if we see opportunities. I got to eat dinner now. Yes, have a nice dinner. So, guys, I think for the session it's all. I just want to pass you some quick things about the bootcamp and also some vision here that is really important for you as well. So, the bootcamp will be not the next week. So between the 6th and the 12th, okay? 6 to 12. 6 to 12 July, okay? Also, we will do a live session like this, but smaller, of course, uh, with the theory, okay? With the strategy, and then by the live that we do by the day, it's the normal life that we already been making, going to the market, opening trades, and also of course explaining the strategy. So the live session will be more theory and Q&A, and the daily session will be more also to search opportunities at the market. Okay. On the weekends though, yes, will be Sunday to Sunday. Okay. Sunday to Sunday. The hours. So the daily session will be at the same hour as the others. So 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And the night session will be the same hour we made today. Okay? So the same hours. Will it be recorded? Not the daily sessions. The night sessions will be recorded, okay? Because will be the theory, will be the strategy. The daily we will be more catching trades. We'll be more catching trades at the live session. So if you go see the record, you will just see the trades that we catch. So you cannot even enter on that trades as well. Okay. So that will be the boot camp. Will be for all of you to do. With all this information you provide during this session, we can try and open our trade, or we need more. You can try, but with the only things that we pass on this session, I will try it on a demo account. Okay? Just to apply, not on the real account. Okay? Don't go just with these live sessions straight to your account and try to apply all things. Okay? But on a demo account, of course, go to a demo account and apply and try by you, try to see, to check the structures, try to mark the structures, try to catch some trades if you see that you understand, but on a demo, okay? On a demo. I think after the bootcamp, you can start trying with small lot size in a real account. But guys, let me pick just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and I will. I know that's for some of you, you are already by the night as me, but if you can open your camera so I can see your eyes, will be amazing. Okay, so if you can open, if the most of the people that are here can open their cameras, will be amazing. I will just remove me and I will check all of your cameras so I can see your eyes, your beautiful eyes and smiles, and I can pass you some vision that is really important. And when I talk to God, God told me to pass this, okay? To show you this vision, to show what He showed me, so I can be successful not just in trading, but in terms of entrepreneurship and in terms of what I do in my life, okay? So even if you don't are a religious person, or even if you never saw the Bible, I can just tell you a thing. What I'm passing here, and when I talk about God or Jesus Christ, it's not because I'm from a religion, okay? It's because I'm religious, and that is really different, okay? Because people are to, oh, so what is your religion? My religion is Jesus, okay? Not a human, not a human definition of a religion. So I'm a religious man. I don't choose religion because religion have human doctrines, have human things that they apply, they changed. And what I really want to do is be the most similar I can to Jesus Christ because I know I'm a sinner. You have to know that you are sinners. You have to know that you are not perfect. But we need in this life to work to be at least the most beautiful person that we can be, showing love for the others, showing appreciation for the works, being grateful for what we have, and be the image of Jesus Christ. So if you are not religious, or even if you don't follow religion, at least follow the person of Jesus Christ. Because my mentor, one of my mentors, told me like this: Ivan, if you pay to a coach 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 grand to change your mind or to change your life, try to read the Bible and try to talk with Jesus. That is free, and you can see how a really coach will be. So people in life search for coaches, search for mentors. The only mentor that I have in my life all days, that is also side by side with me, with my wife, with my family, and that never asked me for 5,000 or 10K for a miracle or for a good thing, was Jesus Christ. Okay? And if you don't believe, uh, just believe in the message that I'll show you now. Okay, so in the Bible, I don't know say in English, but in Portuguese is Oseias, so I think in English will be Hosea or Oseas. Okay, so I want to pass, and I will talk about this in the boot camp, okay? Because if you want to build abundance, as we are saying, we need to create that abundance before the market, okay? So I will try to pass you the kingdom mindset. What is the kingdom mindset? If you want to put this on your note taker, the kingdom mindset is trading with the three P's, okay? Trading with the three P's: purpose, persistence, and power. Take notes, okay? So if you want to come to be involved at the trading kingdom mindset, you need to start trading with the three P's: purpose, persistence, and power. Okay? And in Hosea, there is a versicle that says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That is a verse in the Bible. Okay? My people, take note on that. This is a phrase, a verse that is in the Bible. Okay? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So let me start by saying you this, guys. Okay? Trading is not just numbers. It's not, okay? Trading is not just the graphics, is not. It's not Susie, it's not Sam, Judy, okay? Luis, Mohammed, is not, okay? Trading, okay, we see charts, we see candlesticks, yes, but I can guarantee you that trading is spiritual. Trading is mental warfare. And also, trading will be a battlefield in your mind. So when you go to trading, the enemy already knows that you are in the face of a possibility to create abundance. So he will get up. The same if you are a man, when you marry a woman, the enemy knows that you are really being a man. So that's the reason why the enemy comes up and destroys what is the concept of a family, of a man. Because he knows if a man is lost, a woman will be lost, families will be lost, children will be lost, and all will go to the same place that we already know, hell. Start by age, and you will see when you will be dead. I can guarantee, because I saw that. Because I have epilepsy. I don't know how I can say it's epilepsy. And when I had my first epilepsy attack, I fall asleep. I fall outside of this world, and I listen God's voices. I saw a tree, I saw all blank, and God told me. The only voice that I listened when I was in an epilepsy attack was God's voices. So I can tell you that He is because I listened to His voice. It's a really powerful voice, guys. Okay, it's a really powerful. And by that time, my family was passing a spiritual warfare, because my dad was all the time betraying my mother, and my grandfather was in prison, and was a confusion. So Satan was in my family with all the things, and I was a kid, and that negativity came to me. So I was at my home room, and I got like this. I'm not joking. And I could not talk. It was a moment, just a moment. Then this happened 3 times, 6 months. And the doctor said was epilepsy. All the times I fell asleep, and I talked with at kid. I said to my mom, all the time that I went to sleep, I talked with a guy. And my mom, which guy? I didn't know. I was saying that is a guy. Today I know that was God, because there was a phrase in my third attack. I saw a big tree, and he said, "Come, son, come to me." And I walked to the tree. Was the tree talking to me? Okay. And I went to the tree, and I was searching for the guy who is calling me, because there is a tree, but who is calling me? And then I saw that the voice came from the big tree, came from the tree that was there. And he just told me this: I chose you to change your family. So now wake up. And I wake up. And I woke up. And the attack stopped. So some people told that the attack was God. No, the attack was the enemy. But God was also with me when the enemy was attacking me. So God told me, I am the most powerful. Wake up because I chose you. Don't be afraid. What was this the message? At kid, I didn't went to that, but then I made a work with a coach and I came back to the past and I saw this moment and I saw that God was with me at that moment. So this was the first experience I had, but I didn't know was God. But today, with the things that I know why He chose me. I really know. Because look, all my family, my grandfather, my father, my grandfather, no, and also my fourth grandfather, all of them went to prison. All of them. All of them betrayed their women. Okay? All of them were involved with crimes, drugs, alcohol, and things like that. Because I had epilepsy, the doctor told me when I was kid, Ivan, if you don't want to have another attack, you cannot drink alcohol, you cannot do drugs, you cannot smoke, and you cannot do the same shits your father and your grandfathers made. So my father told me at that moment, Ivan, you will never touch drugs or things like that. You never, never, never. So I grew up already with the thing because I had epilepsy to don't do drugs, don't do alcohol, and don't do the same stuff. Also, because of the separation I got with my mother, and my mother is a big heart person, and she always told me, Ivan, don't betray a woman because as your mother, I suffered a lot with your father. So don't make a woman suffer. Because if you are a real man, you will not do that. At least you are truly to that. So I grew up with this value. Then, when I reached as a man today, I'm the only guy from my family, from my cousins, even from my brother, because I have a brother now, and I'm also passing this if I can help him to understand that I'm married, you see, I follow God. I don't do drugs and shit stuff as that. I follow principles and I'm the only one in the family that have abundance in all the situations. And I came from the same spot, from the same family, from the same city, from the same people, the same aim. But what happened? What happened was God talked to me at 5 years old and told me, I choose you, so get up. So my family think that epilepsy was the sickness, but epilepsy was the way to God rise me so I can be the man in this family. And because I'm a God man, my mom was atheist, got baptized. My father got baptized. My stepmother and stepfather got baptized and gave their life to Jesus. My brother is giving the next weeks he came to Portugal. He's going to a mount that we have here that is Christ Mount, and we do the baptisms at the mount. So all my family is coming to Christ. And when I married, guys, when I married, I don't know what happened by energy, but by the frequency that I bring to my family, my father is not betraying anymore my stepmother. My grandfather is not doing the same. They are not involved with drugs. They are not involved with anything, and they are always following my example. And I'm just a kid, even with 28 years old. I'm just a kid. But why they are following my example? Because I follow Jesus' example. And that's the reason why people come to me and they say, "Oh, Ivan, I don't think you have 28 years old. You look like 50 in the way you talk, in the way you live your life." That's not age. That's just principles, okay? There's just being here for being a man and help you to be human and help you to manifest what God put you here. So I see a lot of, and what I'm telling all this story because I saw people telling that the market is like demon thing because people lose a lot of money. No, the only problem with the market is that our world is really following a Satanist way. So that's the reason why people come to the market and they always lose and not always win. Okay? Because they are following principles, mindset stuff, shit stuff, and then they come to the market with that world stuff. They don't bring any one principle from God, and they want to prosper and they want abundance. Not easy. That's not an easy path. Okay? So that's the reason why when you enter here, you will have that warfare, okay? That mental warfare, that battlefield. That's the reason why I can guarantee you that the people that went to the support and complained for my wide and stop loss, bring me one that is already a funded trader. I can guarantee you that they are not, because they complain. They don't. What I told you in Hosea, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So they destroy themselves with lack of knowledge. They come to here. No, I don't want to learn. I don't want to see anything. I just want easy and crazy money. Oh, will be amazing. I know, but God will not make you that easy, because you have my example and you have, of course, others God people's examples, that to be here we need to pass warfares with our families, with our mental, with our spirituality, with who we are. So don't think to come here and just be easy. No, you will face this. Okay? So because of that lack of knowledge, okay, um, you are here because of a decision you make. Okay? And also, at the Bible says that for God acts in your life, you need to take a decision. If you go to all examples in the Bible, all examples from people that are mentioned in the Bible, if they conquered something, if they were kings, for example, as David and others, they had to make a move for God to help. Like, for example, oh, David faced Goliath and won. Yes. But what was the other man that made a move against Goliath? You see, because it was Goliath, anybody was afraid. But David make a move because he knew he had God, because he faced the lion to save his family before. So he told, if I face a lion and God is with me, why I don't face this giant, this Goliath? So it's not by case that a stone killed Goliath. It's because that stone had God's power in David's hand. But David had to take the stone, had to throw it up. The stone didn't move alone, didn't go alone to Goliath's head. You see? So it's the same. Okay? You need to make a move. You need to make a change. You found here the value stone at the trading but make a move on the stone. Okay, pick it up, learn how to throw it, came to the classes, make a move inside what we are doing here. Okay, and also I like Jesus example because Jesus Christ, he didn't just appear and start performing miracles. If you follow at least the movies, if you follow at least Christ movies, you will see that he didn't born and start, oh, I saved this person, I saved these. No, no, it's not like that. Also, Jesus Christ, that is the Son of God, had to build himself before he could reveal or he could do miracles. So Jesus prepared 30 years of his life to sacrifice and also to do miracles in other people's life. So if Jesus is the Son of God, it's a saint, and he prepared himself, let me ask you a thing. Who are you to come to a company or to come to an opportunity and you think that you don't need to prepare yourself and you will do a miracle in your life? Who are you? Tell me, you guys, who are you? Who you think you are? I know this is powerful. I know this can make us go angry can make you feel, but I want you to feel that emotions. Because if you don't feel them, if you are not prepared, you are not prepared to gain money. You are not. You are not, guys. If you don't apply what I'm telling you here, you will not have good relationships. You will not have good standards with your family, with your friends. So there are some basic principles that you need to change so you can come here and you can make a change in your life. Also in Proverbs, there is a verse that I love that in English I had to translate here, but in English says, through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. So, you want to build your house. Your house is your life, correct? You want to come here and build your abundance and build your different way of living. So take a note on this verse. Through wisdom, a house is built, and by understanding, it is established. So it's important to build, but it's most important to establish that house, and to establish you in the way you are, in to position yourself for success, for being here. Okay? And as I told you, Jesus prepared himself. So who are you to don't prepare and just want miracles or things happen? Jesus taught us that daily discipline needs to success. Success in trade, what we are always telling you. Success in trading is about building your inner house. That means consistency, study, journaling, repetition, strategy, risk management. The world teaches you quick. So the I don't know, but the guy that registers you or something tell you, oh, it's a cash is quick, tap to trade, you go money. That is not the truth, because Jesus taught us that you need daily discipline. Remember that before he made miracles, he prepared himself for more than 30 years on that. Also, before walking in public ministry, if you go see the movies, he spent 40 days in the wilderness. 40 days, no crowd, no followers, no miracles, just preparation, just battle with himself, just silence. Some of you are in that stage right now. You are looking, for example, at the MT4, I don't know, at the trading view, nothing is clicking, correct? Or nothing is working. You are losing more that you are winning, the tap to trades are not working, you start doubting yourselves. But guess what? That is your wilderness. That is the 40 days that Jesus passed in the wilderness too. And wilderness is not good, is punishment. It's the preparation. And Matthew finishes this sequence when Jesus goes 40 days in wilderness. In Matthew, there is a verse that says Jesus was led by spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. So now see the difference. I'm talking you about the most wonderful person that lived in the earth. Because if you go see the principles, I know that we have wonderful people from all around in the world, but when we talk about Jesus, I love to give this example. Tell me a guy that you know that his best friend betrays him, he knows, and is capable of giving him a kiss and telling him he loves him. You will not find, I can guarantee you, you will not find a man in any circumstance that have the capability, the heart, the nature, the spirituality of doing that. I can guarantee you. And the betrayal was the reason he got crucified. He still loved him. You understand the power on this. You understand this. He knew he will be crucified because of that betrayal. He still kissed him. He still tell me, I love you. Don't worry. Tell me a man. Find a man that is like that. You will not find. So that's the reason why we need to look at least at the way he lived, at the way he made the things, start searching a bit for some things, some movies, some things that he made, and bring the Jesus principles to the trading. I can guarantee you that before my strategy, before Hugo's strategy, before anything, you will be abundant. You will make money. And you will also go out of these live sessions and you will change your family as well. So if you are in the wilderness now, yes, it's because the devil is talking also with you, is tempting you, is telling you this is not for you. Go out, quit. Yes, Ivan widen stop loss, go to the support and go out. He's doing that. He's doing that. But God is seeing you as well, and Jesus is with you, and is just waiting on you to bring your faith, because this is the moments when you need to show faith, when we need to show consistency, and He will help you out. So I really know that the reason because I'm here is because in trading, in this world, a lot of people lose the faith, lose the money, lose themselves really quick. So I told you, if I'm here to lie, I go out of this company. At the moment this company, they will not do that, but at the moment this company or any person tell me, Ivan, lie, so will be better. No, I will not. No, I will not. Okay? I prefer to be at the truth, to be not educator, to be not anything, but at least I know that I have Jesus by my side by being a rightful man and the truthful man. So I don't worry. Money, I will make it anyway. Okay? And as Andrew said here, the truth shall set you free. Yes, and the truth took my family free to freedom. So yes, so I know this call was really big, but before the boot camp, what I need to ask you is, who are you? And if you don't know, think about that the next 3 days. And even if you don't have an answer, I would like to see your answer in my Telegram or my Instagram. Who really you think you are as a woman, as a man? Why you are really here? What you want to change? Not just talking about making 2% and 10% on TD. Not that. It's not that I want. I'm talking about you. Okay? So think on that in the next 3 days. And if you really see on yourself that the answer is difficult, and you will see that will be more difficult than you think, I will pass you some Jesus things that will help you. Not religion, it's just Jesus. So don't be skeptical about that, because I will just pass you books and verses for you to read, nothing more than that. And we will talk about that in private, okay? And I will also bring at least 1 or 2 times per month at this community this type of content that I'm talking about here, because I see that nobody is bringing this. It's just TTT, TTT, percentage, TTT, TTT, percentage, TTT, percentage, strategy, TTT. But yes, and you, and your heart, and your spirituality, and the other people that are here. Look at their faces. Just don't come here thinking on what you want to change, because you can also change other people's life for being here. I can guarantee you that there will be women here. If they share a little bit of their story together, we can change families, we can change spirituality. So I'm here reuniting people because I know that we are on the last, on the end. I can tell you that. I don't know how many times, but we are. So we cannot just make money on the trading, and we cannot just make money on Trade Locker. We need to really prepare ourselves for the better version of our life, because also at the Bible said that before the end, you will live the most abundant moment in the world that was created. Okay, not by these words, but this is what it means. So before the end, we are here to live the most abundant, the most beautiful things that this earth, this planet have to us before the end. But also, it tells us prepare yourselves because can be good or can be really bad. So let's make really good because we all here had the beginning and we all here will have an end. Okay? So let's prepare ourselves in life. Don't mind if you have 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Let's prepare together, okay? So, guys, I really loved you all. Thank you for all the message that you send me on Telegram, on Instagram. I'm really here to work. I'm really here to give my voice. So I don't mind to be 3 hours or 4 hours because I'm used to that. I'm really used to that with my people. So I'm here most than for trading, as you can see. And let's make this happen. Let's really help other lives. So connect people to our live sessions, bring people to the bootcamp. The bootcamp will be open so you can share your link Zoom with everyone you want. And don't be like, oh, if these people are not in a cash, I will not help. Don't be like that because people can be in a cash if they see a really amazing bootcamp. I can guarantee you that. And we will do an amazing bootcamp. So you can grow also your teams. You can help other people gaining money, being successful, changing their mentality, changing their lives. So promote it, okay? Ivan, where do you think gold will reverse? I don't know, and I will not tell you, and I will not see that for now. Sorry, because I'm going to sleep, okay? And tomorrow I see the markets, but tomorrow I see gold. I promise you, okay? So thank you so much, guys. Have a nice night, all of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And if you want, just put in the discussion your feedback because it's really important for the company to continue to see that we are really working hard to give you the best. Okay. Thank you a lot. Love you all. Have a good night.